إلا ولا حي القيوم أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم اللهم صل على سيدنا الفاتحين على آله وقدام كدار العظم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح المغفور والخاتم لما سبق ونصر لك بالحق ولا هادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق
Yeah, and you should say, Baba, I need toilet.
محمد المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح المغفور والخاتم لما سبق ونصر لك بالحق الهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق الفاتح وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح المغفور والخاتم لما سبق ونصر لك بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح المغفور والخاتم لما سبق ونصر لك بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح المغفور والخاتم لما سبق ونصر لك بالحق هادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح والخاتم لمن سبق ونصر لك بالحق الهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح المغفور والخاتم لمن سبق ونصر لك بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح المغفور والخاتم لمن سبق ونصر لك بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ونصر لك بالحق ولا هادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ونصر لك بالحق ولا هادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ونصر لك بالحق ولا هادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح المغفور والخاتم لمن سبق ونصر لك بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح المغفور والخاتم لمن سبق ونصر لك بالحق الهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح المغفور والخاتم لمن سبق ونصر الله بالحق ولا هادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ونصرك بلاك والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق الدار العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ونصرك بلاك الهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق الدار العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ونصرك بلاك والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ونصر الله بالله الهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ونصر الله بالله الهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح المغرب والخاتم لمن سبق ونصر الله بالحق الهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح المغرب والخاتم لمن سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح المغرب والخاتم لمن سبق ونصر الله بالحق هذه إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ونصر الله بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ونصر الله بالحق الهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ونصر الله بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ونصر الله بالحق الهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ونصر الله بالحق وعلى آله إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ونصر الله بالحق وعلى آله إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ونصر الله بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ونصر الله بالحق الهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ونصر الله بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ونصر الله بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق والخاتم لما سبق ونصر الله بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ونصر الله بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق كما خاتم من سبق ونصل لك بلاك ولا عادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله قدر قدر العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله قدر قدر العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ونصل لك بلاك ولا عادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله قدر قدر العظيم. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. فنما أنه لا إله إلا الله، 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 لا إله إلا الله.
لا إله إلا الله، لا إله إلا الله، لا إله إلا الله، لا إله إلا الله، لا إله إلا الله.
اللهم صل وسلم على حين رحمة ربانية والياقوتة تحقيقة العيطة بمركز الفهوم والمهاني والنور الأكوان متكونة الآدمي صاحب الأك رباني البارك الأستوي بمنزل الأربع ملات لكل متعارض من الظهور والأهواني والنور كلام الليل ولا تبي كونك العيد في المكان. اللهم صل وسلم على حين الأكل تتعلم من أوش الأقائك عين المعرفة الأقوى من سرعتك تأمل أسقمي اللهم صل وسلم على طلعة الحق بالحق كنز الأعظم عبادتك منك إليك يا تصمي صلى الله عليه وعلى آله صلاة وعرفنا بأعية. اللهم صل وسلم على عين رحمة ربانية والياقوت المتككة لا تدب مركز الفهوم المعاني والنور الأكوان متكونة الآدمي صاحب الأخ رباني البارك الأسطائي بمنزل الأرباح ملاطلق المتعارض النذور والأواني والنور كلام اللزم الأذبي كونك العيد ممكنة المكان. اللهم صل وسلم على عين العقل تعالى من أوش الأقوامك عين المعرف الأقوام من سرورك تمل أمي. اللهم صل وسلم على طلعة الحق بالحق كنز الأعظم إفادتك منك إليك يا النور المتصمي صلى الله عليه وعلى آله صلاة وبارك بها. اللهم صل وسلم على عين رحمة ربانية والياقوت المتككة العيتة بمركز الفهوم والمعاني والنور الأكوان متكونة الآدمي صاحب الأك رباني البارك الأسطوي بمنزل الأرباح ملاذ لكل متعارض من الظهور والأواني النور كلام اللزم ولا تبي كونك العيدة ممكنة المكان.
Who is this person?
اللهم صل على عين الأكل تتولى من أوش الأقوام
Okay, flower guy.
في صراطك تملي واسقمي.
Okay, I saw
اللهم صل
him. That's why.
على كنز الأعظم إمام الأكوان متكونة متعارض النذور والأواني والنور كلام اللزم ولا تبي كونك العدد ممكنة المكان. اللهم صل وسلم على عين الأكل تتعلى من أوش الأقائك عين المعرف الأقوى وسلم على عين متكونة الآدمي صاحب الأكباني البرق الأسطوي بمنزل الأربع ملاذ لكل متعارض النذور والأواني والنور كلام اللزم ولا تبي كونك لا يتزم. إليك يا مسلم وعلى حين رحمة ربانية والياقوت المتاككة العيدة بمركز الفهوم والمعاني والنور الأكوان المتكونة العظمي صاحب الأك رباني البارك في الأقوام إفادتك منك إليك يا ذا التصمي صلى الله عليه وعلى آله صلاة وعرف بها. اللهم صل وسلم على عين ورحمة ربانية والياقوتة المتحققة العينة بمركز بمركز الفهوم والمعاني والنور الأكوان المتكونة الآدمي صاحب الأك رباني البارك الأسطوي بمنزل الأربع من أجل كل مطار من النور والأواني والنور كلام الذي من هذا به كونك لا تتمنى المكان. اللهم صل وسلم على عين العقل الزال من أوش الأقائك. اللهم صل وسلم على عين العقل الزال من أوش الأقائك عين المعرف الأقوى من سرورك التامل أسقمي. اللهم صل وسلم على طلعة الآك بالآك كنز الأعظم إفادتك منك إليك يا ذا المرتصم صلى الله عليه وعلى آله صلاة تعرفنا بها. اللهم صل وسلم على عين رحمة ربانية والياقوت المتحققة العيتة بمركز الفهوم والمعاني والنور الأكوان المتكونة العظمي صاحب الأك رباني البارك الأسطوي بمنزل الأربع ميلاد لكل مختار من البور والأواني والنور كلام الذي ملاذ به كونك لا يتد بأمكنة المكان. اللهم صل وسلم على عين الأكل تعالى من عوش الحقائق عين المعرف الأقوام من سرورك التم الأثقم. اللهم صل وسلم على طلعة الحق بالحق كنز العظم إفادتك منك إليك يا ذا المنتصم. صلى الله عليه وعلى آله صلاة تعرفنا بها. اللهم صل وسلم على عين رحمة ربانية والياقوتة المتحققة العائدة بمركز الفهوم والمهاني والنور الأكوان متكونة العدمي صاحب الأك رباني البارك الأستوي بمنزل الأربع ملاذ لكل مطار النور والهواني والنور كلام اللزم لا تبي كونك العيدة من المكان. اللهم صل وسلم على عين الأكل الذال من أوكس الأقوامك عين المعرف الأقوام من سرورك التم الأثقم. اللهم صل وسلم على ثلاث الأك بالأك كنز الأعظم بفادتك منك إليك يا ذي المرتسم. صلى الله عليه وعلى آله صلاة وعرفنا بها. اللهم صل وسلم على حين رحمة ربانية والياقوتة المتحققة العائدة بمركز الفهوم والمهاني والنور الأكوان متكونة الآدمي صاحب الأكل رباني البارك الأسطوي بمنزل الأربع من المطار من الظهور والهواني والنور كلام الذي ملاذ به كونك العيد بمكنة المكان. اللهم صل وسلم على عين الأكل التعلى من أوش الأقائك عين المعرف الأقوام من سرورك التم الأسقم. اللهم صل وسلم على طلعة الياك بالحق كنز الأعظم إفادتك منك إليك يا ذو المرتزم. صلى الله عليه وعلى آله صلاة تعرف بها. اللهم صل وسلم على عين رحمة ربانية والياقوتة المتحققة العائدة بمركز الفهوم والمهاني والنور الأكوان متكونة العدمي صاحب الأكل رباني البارك الأسطوي بمنزل الأربع ملاذ لكل متعارض والهواني والنور كلام الذي ملاذ به كونك العيد بمكنة المكان. اللهم صل وسلم على عين الأكل التعلى من أوش الأقوامك عين المعرف الأقوام من سرورك التم لأسقم. اللهم صل وسلم على طلعة الأك بالأك كنز الأعظم إفادتك منك إليك يا ذو المرتسم. صلى الله عليه وعلى آله صلاة بارك بها. اللهم صل وسلم على عين رحمة ربانية والياقوتة المتحققة العائدة بمركز الفهوم والمعاني والنور الأكوان متكونة الآدمي صاحب الأك رباني البارك الأسطوي بمنزل الأربع ملاذ الكتار والنور والهواني والنور كلام الذي ملاذ به كونك العيد بمكنة المكان. اللهم صل وسلم على عين الأكل التعلى من أوج الحقائق عين المعرف الأقوام من سرورك التم لأسقم. اللهم صل وسلم على طلعة الأك بالأك كنز العظم فعددك منك إليك يا ذو المرتسم. صلى الله عليه وعلى آله صلاة تعرف بها. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. وصلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يوم أنت الأول فليس قبلك شيء وأنت الآخر فليس بعدك شيء وأنت الصغير فليس فوقك شيء وأنت الباطن فليس دونك شيء فقل لنا يا أول يا آخر يا ظاهر يا باطن ولي ونصير أنت ولينا ومولانا فنيم المولى ونيم النصير. اللهم إنا نسألك بفتيته فتي فتية تامة وبخاتمة لخاتم نصر الكتاب. اللهم إنا نسألك من هار كل أجل وأجل ما نمت من وما لم أعلم ونعوذ بك من شر كل أجل وأجل ما نمت من وما لم أعلم. اللهم إنا نسألك الجنة وما قرب إلى من كل وعمل ونعوذ بك من النار وما قرب إلى من كل وعمل. اللهم إنا نسألك العفو والعافية والمعافاة الدائمة في الدين والدنيا والآخرة. اللهم إنا نسألك رضاك ورضا نبيك من بلاء ما لا يكشف غيرك ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا وأخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا إننا سمينا منادي كافر أن سيئاتنا وتعافنا على أبرار ربنا وعدنا وعدنا على رسلك ولا توصنا يوم القيامة إنك لا تخلف الميعاد ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وكبرنا زوجنا وذكرنا وانزعنا وأدنا وغائبنا وأولنا وابنا وطعنا وازنا اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما بالك والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق العالمين. Today, accept all our ibadah بإذن الله تعالى بسر الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Now we are going to today lecture. The Ustaz that will give us lecture today is Ustaz Mumin Adiba, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Shaykh Mumin.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته أعانكم الله أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الذي لا يقول إلا حقا ولا يعبد إلا رفقا ولا يأمر إلا رفقا فعابده يعز ويبقى وجاهده يذل ويشكو إليه المستمد ومنه المستمد وأسبه فنعم المولى ونعم النصير اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح المغلق والكاتم لما سبق والناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره ومقداره العظيم. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Now we give thanks to Almighty Allah, He who gave us an opportunity to be here today as well, which many of people have left. It's not as if we've done something that is very good or our heart is very clean that make us alive today. It's just the wish of God. This is written already. We went for something today. Someone that died. She's a woman. She built a beautiful house upstairs. So that is where we buried her. What I want to bring us from this one is that Almighty Allah that we are talking about knows already that that is how it's going to be when she started building that beautiful house. That I will give you money to buy land. He bought land. I'll give you money to start work on it. She started working on it. She built the house. She painted everything. So just for him to pack in, she died. It's been written down that this is what is going to happen, but she doesn't know. Likewise, me and you, we are just doing what we are doing. We don't know Allah's plan on everything we are doing. The best thing for us is just to keep thanking each other. Because if we think very well, see that we always in the And the Prophet Muhammad said, if you said you are not, you say you are not going to be a sinner, definitely you are not a human being, because Allah has created every one of us to be a sinner. So either kultama aznabta kultu mujibatan wujuduka dhanbun la yuqassu bihi dhanbun. If you said to me or to anyone that I'm not a sinner, I'm a very clean person, la tuzaku anfusakum. That is what Allah said in the Quran in Surah Al-Najm. Don't make yourself clean among others. Don't be doing as if you are the cleaner. So you clean more than other person. La tuzaku anfusakum. Allah knows who is who, but you can never tell the person. We have to keep thanking him. So alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Salatu wassalam ala rasulillah. The blessing of God and his rahman upon the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his household. He who said, "Inna mimma adiraka nasu min kalamil awliya min kalamil nubuwa fa illam tastahi fasna ma shi'ta." Qalu Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who said that? The Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Inna mimma adiraka nasu." Definitely, in what human beings shall be done, what we've heard from those Anbiya that came and left, because we are here to be listening, to be following the rules and regulations they brought for us from God. Allah has created them clean, although it is will of God. Because Almighty Allah told the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Surah Al-Nashr, Surah Al-Isra, if not for us that clean your hearts, you should have been among them. But Almighty Allah loved the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to the core. That is the reason why you cannot ask anything from God with His name. Allah will just leave that thing for you without any stress, which is not possible for another thing. The Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if you Google search, just who is the nobleman of the nobleman king, the Google will bring it for you. That is the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the Prophet said, "Inna mimma adraka nasu." Definitely, in what we've heard from those min kalam and nubuwah, from the words of Anbiya, the prophets, from Sayyidina Adam, Sayyidina Nuh, Sayyidina Ibrahim, Sayyidina Muhammadun Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Sayyidina Isa, all what they brought for us shall be a lesson. We have to be learning from them. Let's take for instance, inshallah, we're going to start from where our start stopped. But I just want us to know sometimes, which we've known already. This is just a remembrance. Yes. Now, Nabi Musa alayhi salatu wasalam asked God. He's very brave. He can ask a question because he used to hear what Allah is saying, was saying. That is the reason why they gave him the name Kalam Allah, the person who hear what Allah says. That is the Prophet Musa alayhi salatu wasalam. I asked Allah, Anta khalaqtan nar. You are the one that created a fire. Yes, definitely. And you created those who enter that fire. So when you know that you are the one that created it, why did you create those that will enter it? And how is it possible? And Allah answered him, "Yeah, Musa, just be listening. I'll give you an example and you are going to work on it." So Allah gave him an assignment. "Yeah, Musa, where I want you to prepare the pap for me." So that pap, the process of the pap, the first thing to do is to make sure you plant the maize. They used to bring out the pap from maize. So in the process, Allah told Prophet Musa alayhi salatu wasalam Where I take Nabi Musa planted the maize. This thing was germinating gradually. So when it reached the level of when the maize is done already, so the Prophet Musa alayhi salatu wasalam now started making the pap. So when he finished everything, now told Allah that I've done what you sent me. So what is the lesson here? He asked Allah. He asked. So, and Allah said, Ya Musa, so where is the root of this maize? So that it's not useful. I've thrown it away. So where is the leaf? So it's not useful. I'm not in need of this thing. I've thrown everything away already. So where is what is called kuku? I don't even know the English name of that kuku. So you should have known this thing. So where is it? The Prophet said, I'm not in use. I'm not in need of this. I've thrown everything away. And Allah said, so why did you throw them away? It's just because I don't need them. So where's the one that you need? This is it. Now provided the verb. Allah said, this is the lesson I want you to learn from it. All those I've created to be in fire. I don't need them already. I just created them to be among those people that is okay, that is very fine. Who are those in Jannah before? So meanwhile, definitely, al-arwahu junudun mujannada. The soul, junudun mujannada. So we gathering here today from where we've started already. So definitely we have been together ever before we met ourselves here. Because if not, we won't be together at all. Even when we are together yesterday, definitely we'll be here today together. Yes, that is the reason why we are together. Just because we've met yesterday, that is the reason why we are existing together today. And those who are not with us today, yesterday, won't be among us today. It is not possible. That's Almighty Allah. Yes, He knows everything, and if He has planned everything, we cannot query Him. So even though we are in front of ourselves like this, we will not greet each other. We'll just be going and we will not touch ourselves. It's just because we are not together yesterday. So the Prophet Muhammad, that is where I went. So that is where I left before here. So and the Prophet Muhammad said, "Inna mimma adraka nasu min kalamin nubuwa." All those things we've heard from those Anbiya, from those prophets. It's just a lesson to us. So, iza lam testahi fasna mashita. So if you are not ashamed of yourself, you can be doing it. Many people will sit down in front of people eating, as if there is no lesson for the person. It's very important for you to know how to be eating in public, to know how to be talking in public. When you are inside, the lesson you are teaching yourself, you are teaching your husband, you are learning from your husband is learning from you, your children is learning from you. It's what you are going to bring out when you are not inside. So all this, I'm just trying to bring out something that is called marriage, because Almighty Allah is talking about the marriage here. So when we understand ourselves, there won't be any clash among us. So there is no way we cannot fight. It's not possible, because the teeth and the mouth and the tongue used to fight, but they used to settle it among themselves. If you say that you will not fight your partner, it's not possible, because what we call a marriage is something that's very. If you want to know, let me bring an instance. If you want to know somebody very well, just make sure you go, and as you are talking to ourselves on phone like this, we might not possibly know ourselves. We'll just be hearing from ourselves, mashallah, It's just because you are talking on phone. If you want to know the real man, the real person you are dealing with, just make sure maybe you live with the person for just only 2-3 days. There might be a distant pretending. Well, let me give you a month. If anyway, it is not possible to keep your attitude, your character within a month. So definitely they will know what is in you. You yourself, they will know each other. So meanwhile, be with your lover, connect yourself with him or her is very important. Just because of what? Just because of your children, because what we are doing today, they are looking at it, they are learning from it. So when they say that this is what my mommy doing, this is what my dad doing, definitely that is what they are going to be growing up with. So when they are doing this, they may not be blamed anymore, but rather they will be blaming the parents upon them. So that is the reason why it's very important for us to know what we will be doing in front of our children. In front of our children. Yes. MashaAllah. So Allah said in the Quran exactly where our stars stopped yesterday. إِذَا سَلَمْتُمْ مَا آتَيْتُمْ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ وَاعْلَمُوا أَنَّ اللَّهَ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ بَصِيرٌ. He was talking about breastfeeding. Like Allah said, if you want to complete the day Allah has been the day that is being prescribed in the Holy Quran, which is Awlaini Kamilain, 2 years, 2 solid years. Many people used to born today. I went to one program, was it not last week? Yes, we went for naming ceremony. Come to my surprise, I saw the mother of the baby bought Cerelac and started giving the baby without even giving the baby maybe 2 or 3 days breast. It is not supposed to be. The breast in children is very important. The first thing that is that when you give them a very good breast for like 2 years, their brain will sharp. It's not. You don't even need to be stressing yourself giving them any liam anymore, because they will know anything about what they are teaching them. Even though if they are not, they will know everything. And according to what we have heard from elders, they said, when you give your children or your child full breast, feeding like 2 years, definitely there won't be any sickness. They want to be sick, maybe already for the headache. It's not going to be more than that. So you have the rest of mind. This is my child. There's no any problem. You have the rest of mind. But if you feel to give them according to what Allah knows everything, He knows that this thing is very okay. When you do this when you do something like this is what is going to bring out what this thing is going to bring us. And it is very important for us to follow the rules and the regulations of Almighty Allah. The first thing is that follow the rules and regulations Allah given to us. So within the period of that 2 years, I don't say you shouldn't give them food, but it's very important for you to give them like 2 years completely. So when you know that this thing, and so when that one is an assignment for women. So what is an assignment for men? Our assignment is to make sure we keep giving our women, our wives, what they need during the breastfeeding. So in order for them to have enough milk. Because if there's no food, so definitely there won't be any milk which the children will be taking in. So it is very important. It's our duty to give them anything they want. The Almighty Allah keep providing for every man out there. Likewise the women as well. So Well, anything we are doing, we have to know what to do. What we have to fear Allah. The fearness is very important. The Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Inna halala bayyinun." The right thing is being explained. I don't know, maybe you are listening to me. I don't know, maybe you are hearing me very well. Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah. Wa alaikum salam. We can hear you, sir.
No, sir. The Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Innal halala bayyinun." The right thing is being explained in the Holy Quran. Yes. Do this. Do that. Don't do this. Don't do that. This one is very okay. This one is very nice. That is halal. When something is good, that one is halal. Marry 4 wives. Halal, and if you can do it, there is no problem on that. It is being written in the old Quran. If you are not capable, marry just only one. And don't forget al-adlu. They make sure you do exactly what Allah has said in the old Quran. So there is no any bias in that. It's very important for us to be listening, to be hearing, to be going to where they are preaching, in order for us to know more about what Allah said in the Old Quran. Even though we don't know how to read that Quran, it's not necessary. It's very okay to know how to read it, but if you don't know it, as you met yourself, be going out and be listening to what they are saying. To right place in it is not a very wrong place, because they are misleading nowadays. We'll now be hearing that this thing, that thing, that thing. What we are hearing now is that Sayyidah Abu Bakr was not the one that was Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Gary Thawr said that it's not the Abu Bakr. I have never had from any afar that is not Abu Bakr. He said that it is really something I don't even know anymore about that. But when you listen to what Allah have said, when they preach it for you, definitely you will know the right thing and the wrong thing. So you won't be able to move closer to what is very wrong and move away from what is right. Because this thing are happening. There are many people that doesn't know what is right or wrong. Maybe they don't know that this one, they just feel that let me be doing this thing, which is very bad. So when you don't know about it, definitely you will be doing wrong thing. So you will now be thinking that you are doing good, which is very bad in front of Allah. So it's very al-ilmu hawla. The best thing ever is knowledge. So the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam now said, "Inna halala bayyinun." The right thing is being explained. Wa inna harama bayyinun. The wrong thing as well is being explained. La takrabu zina. Allah said in the Quran, don't near what? Zina. So there's sanction for those who fall in that. So when you know that there's sanction in that, definitely maybe if you want to follow the rules of and regulation of Allah, you near it. It is being explained in the Quran. So that is al-haram. La takrabu la tashrabu al-khamr. Shrab al-khamr, do not drink alcohol, is being explained in the Quran. So definitely if you fail to move away from it, you will be sanctioned. Al-haram, al-haram, in al-harama bayin wa bainahuma umurun mustabihat. And between the two, there are some things that is not very clear to anybody. So that is the reason why the Holy Prophet said, La ya'lamuhunna kathirun minan nas. And many people doesn't know anything about it. What is it? There's no any place in the Holy Quran that says you should be doing birthday. Yes. But we see it as something good that the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to celebrate himself when it is time of his birthday. So definitely we are to emulate from the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That is the reason. That is where we see that one as the right thing. Birthday celebration. So that's umurum mustabiya, something that is not mentioned in the Quran and in the others. and we know that this thing is very okay, it's very good. When we do it, there is no any sanction for it. So umuru mustabiyat. Lakin la ya'lamuhunna kathiru minan nas. Many people doesn't know anything about it. So come and see the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam where he landed. Now said, man, faman heart, and those who fear those things that is not clear to anyone. If you fear that thing, definitely your deen is being completed. Yes, man is definitely your deen is being completed. You don't have any problem with your deen anymore. Haram. If you now fall what is not good, one on work off is shurat. Why if you fall into that what is not clear, maybe this thing is not okay. You don't know, maybe this thing is very okay and it's very bad, and you are keep doing it just because you don't know who is going to tell you. So there's a section for that. Definitely you fall into what? Into al-haram, what is not okay. So that is what the Holy Prophet Muhammad said. So when you give them a very good, a complete 2 years breastfeeding, and you fear Allah in anything you are doing, you know that if you do it, God is seeing you. If you refuse to do it as well, definitely God is seeing everything we are doing. You think that Allah is not here and nobody will see you. Don't forget that the only Almighty Allah that created you is seeing you, because He knows everything about you. He knows everything we are doing. It's not hidden to Him. We have to fear Allah. So wattaqullaha wa'lamu anna Allaha bima ta'maluna basir. And let's be in our hearts that Almighty Allah knows everything and sees everything. Now moving on to the next ayah. So وَالَّذِينَ يُتَوَفَّوْنَ مِنْكُمْ وَيَذَرُونَ أَزْوَاجًا يَتَرَبَّصْنَ بِأَنفُسِهِنَّ أَرْبَعَةَ أَشْهُرٍ وَعَشْرًا فَإِذَا بَلَغْنَ أَجَلَهُنَّ. Now, Bismillah. وَالَّذِينَ يَتَوَفَّوْنَ مِنْكُمْ وَيَذَرُونَ أَزْوَاجًا يَتَرَبَّصْنَ بِأَنفُسِهِنَّ أَرْبَعَةَ أَشْهُرٍ وَعَشْرًا فَإِذَا بَلَغْنَ أَجَلَهُنَّ فَلَا جُنَاحَ عَلَيْكُمْ فِيمَا فَعَلْنَ فِي أَنفُسِهِنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَاللَّهُ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ خَبِيرٌ. Sadaqallahu al-Azim. Allah said, the wives of the men who have died must have observed a waiting period of 4 months and 10 days. وَالَّذِينَ يُتَوَفَّوْنَ مِنْكُمْ. As in the husband is dead already, the wife, is very important for the wife to wait for 4 months, 10 days. According to the research, they asked the Holy Prophet, what is the reason why you ask them to be waiting for 4 months and 10 days? It's just because the first month, second month, third month, it's not possible for you to know that. So maybe you don't know, maybe the wife is pregnant already. So waiting for the 4 months, the pregnancy will show when it is 4 months. So it will definitely show. But if Allah Akbar, Allah knows everything. Allah knows that 1 month pregnant may not show, 2 months may not know, 3 months also, but 4 months. This thing, even though if you don't have belly, so if your stomach is not well built, there is no way we cannot know small. We know small that something is happening. Allah said, when your husband is dead already, died already, your husband is dead already, so then you have to wait for good 4 months and 10 days. So when they have reached the end of the waiting period, that is where وَيَزْرَعُنَّ أَزْوَاجًا يَتَرَبَّصْنَ بِأَنفُسِهِنَّ أَرْبَعَةَ أَشْهُرٍ وَعَشْرًا فَإِذَا بَلَغْنَ أَجَلَهُنَّ فَلَا جُنَاحَ عَلَيْكُمْ فِيمَا فَعَلْنَ فِي أَنفُسِهِنَّ. So when they have reached the end of the waiting period, so the waiting period is 4 months, 10 days. So when you know that this girl, I'm very sure that when husband died, and you see that this woman is very beautiful, her husband is now is no more. How will I do it? And I want to marry this woman. I wish to marry just because of his finance, of her finance. I just want to marry her. Yes, it's not love. It's not. It is forbidden for you to marry to. When they've reached the end of the waiting period, as in the 4 months and the 10 days is being completed already. So, فَلَا جُنَاحَ عَلَيْكُمْ فِيمَا فَعَلْنَا فِي أَنفُسِهِنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ. So definitely, so there is no blame on you. That is another man that wish to marry that particular woman, which is widow. So she has completed already 4 months, 10 days, and we know, and it is being cleared already that that particular widow is not a pregnant woman. So if the woman is pregnant already, that is another case entirely. So she has to born the baby, feeding her. They will be giving her money to feed the baby. So when they now reach the exact year it is being mentioned in the Quran, definitely the woman can now leave his husband's house and go and marry another person. But if they notice that the woman is pregnant already, it is not lawful. It is very bad. It is not allowed to marry that particular woman unless if she born a baby. So that is what Allah trying to say here. Allah was trying to say here. وَإِذَا بَلَغْنَا أَجَلَهُنَّ فَلَا جُنَاحَ عَلَيْهِنَّ فِيمَا فَعَلْنَ. So when we know that this thing is being completed already, so لَا جُنَاحَ عَلَيْهِنَّ. So there is no any blame upon you regarding they have made, regarding what they may do with themselves in a fair manner. So their cause, their hope is to go and marry another woman, another man, if they wish to go and do that. Because we've seen many things like one just wish not to marry any other. So it's not, you will not by force ask to go and marry another one if she doesn't want to marry another one. But when you notice that there is no any pregnant in this woman's stomach, definitely you can marry the woman if she wishes to marry. So if I say when they have reached the end of the waiting period, so there is no blame on you regarding what they may do with themselves in a fair manner. So that is what they wish. They want to marry another person. So yeah, go on. There's no any problem on that. When it is being cleared that there is no any problem. Allah is well. So and Allah said, Wallahu bima ta'maluna khabirun. Allah is well aware of what you do. He knows everything we are doing. And He's going to explain everything we've done in our life. He's going to explain everything for us. So we now table our this thing. Ikra kitabak. Ikra kitabak. Kafa bi nafsik. Read your tira. Read what you've done yourself. I'll be reading it. The husband will read it soon. The wife will read. The children also will read. Everyone will read. Ikra kitabak. Kafa bi nafsikaliya. Alika yamila. Today is enough for you to know, to see what you've done already. Anybody that passed that thing. So definitely it is only God that can pass the person on that. It's not easy. For you to standing in front of Almighty Allah and be reading what you've done. How do you want to do it? How are we going to do that? if especially in this Nigeria itself, we are cool. Wallahi, you cannot read anything, we cannot finish reading because it's too much. Like seriously, but inna rahmata rabbi kabirun kathirun. Wallahi, his mercy is too big, it's too wide. Allahu Akbar. So if you ask for the forgiveness, definitely I will forgive you, no matter how the sin, regardless. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Thank you, Allah, for what you've done for us. Allah ilazim. If you know Him very well, we know that Allah is very good for us. So, but we are still doing as if we don't know Him. Allahu Akbar. So, moving on to the next one. فلا جناح عليكم فيما أردتم به من كتبة النساء أو كناهم علم الله أنكم ستذكرونهن ولا تواعدوا إلا أن تقولوا قولا معروفا ولا تعزموا عقدة النكاح حتى يبلغ إن الله ما في أنفسكم فاذروا واعلموا أن الله غفور رحيم فلا جناح عليكم فيما أردتم به من كتابة النساء. So Allah says there's no problem upon you whether you hint at a marriage proposal to such a woman. So there's no any blame on you on that. Or keep the proposal hidden. That is how akinantum fi anfusikum. Maybe you don't want her to know, but you know that you love the woman. So there's no any problem if you propose to her, since you've known already. So if you wish to keep it, if you wish to hide it, there's no any problem on that as well. Fi anfusikum, if you wish to keep it to yourself, so there's no any problem on that. But alim Allahu annakum satazkuruhunna. Allah knows that you will remember that woman. Now this woman is very fine. Allah knows that we are going to toast her. You will go and meet her. He knows already. He know everything He created. He know woman. He know us differently. So lakin la tuwa'iduhunna sirran. But Allah said, do not make any secret engagement with them and speak openly and in an honorable manner. So do not resolve on the marriage style until the ordained time has come to its end. So make sure you know that Allah, the God, Allah knows everything. Everything that is in our heart, He know everything about it. Father, we have to fear that thing. We have to fear what? We have to fear that Almighty Allah knows everything in our hearts. It's very important for us to fear that thing in our hearts. So who is the person? Allah. And the Hadith Qudsi, Allah said, the heaven is very small for me to be living. The earth also is very, 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 very small for me to be living. Lacking, but the heart of human being, ibadi, so ibadi, the servant of Allah, those who follows the rules and regulations of Allah, those who knows what is right and wrong, those who used to do what Allah has said, have prescribed in the Holy Quran to be doing, those who move away from those things that is very bad, which is haram, that is ibadullah. Why ibadur Rahman? And the servant of Allah, الَّذِينَ يَمْشُونَ عَلَى الْأَرْضِ, they will be walking majestically on the earth. You can never know what is in their mind. You can never know anything about them. They can never trespass. They will be going majestically. They will be going peacefully. They will be going patiently. So we not say this is what they've done for you. Ibadur Rahman, they know everything that you've done to them. It is being written down. Allah knows everything. Let's take for instance, Allah asked Prophet Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, Ya Isa, anta qulta linnas, anta ummika wa ilahi. But are you the one that told the people that you and your mother are the God? They should be worshiping you. And the Prophet Isa alayhi salatu wasalam said, if I say that, definitely you know about it. You can see the response. Definitely, if you say that to them truly, definitely you know about it now. You know what is on my heart, and I can never know. I don't know what is in your heart. That is the response of Anabi Isa alayhi salatu wasalam to Almighty Allah. Before he now came back and said that I am not the one that permitted him to serving me and my mother. The only thing I told them is to be in front of you and be serving you, Allah, because there is no any God. There's nothing except you, Allah. La ilaha illallah. Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. That is what Prophet Isa alayhi salatu wasalam said to Almighty Allah. So what are we saying? What will I want to bring from this thing is that we have to fear Allah anyway. Even if it is not up to their dates, that is date. Even if it is very small than that, it's very important for us to be fearing Him, no matter what. So everything it is being explained. There's nothing Allah doesn't touch in the Quran. Let's take for instance. So there's one guy asking his master, "Yeah, Ustaz, I want to ask a question from you, sir. So I don't know, maybe you answer me." And the master said, "Oh yeah, ask." And I said, "You said that Allah have said everything in the Quran." Ustaz said, "Yeah." Now ask, okay, said Allah have said everything in the Quran. Is there a place where Allah have said that this is how you are going to be do bread? You can see the question. If you are not okay enough, if you are not capable enough, definitely you will run away. The master will run away just because you don't know what people will ask you. Allahu Akbar. And the master said, yes, there's no problem on that. Allah said everything in the Quran. Well, let's go. And he now followed his master. When they reached where they are doing bread, the master asked them, so in the process of the bread, what's the first thing you're supposed to be doing? And they answered in that before we can make a bread, we have to have the flour. We need flour, we need yeast, we need a very, 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 very wide like fire. So all those processing, they told Alpha. And the Alpha faces students now tell him that, didn't I tell you that Allah have said everything in the Quran? And now as that what Allah said, what Allah mentioned in the Quran, is there any way, is that what I asked you, sir? Alpha now told him that first Allah said in the Quran, first alu ahla dhikri in kuntum la ta'lamun. Go and ask from those who knows. If you don't know it, go and ask from those people that know it. That is what Allah said. I don't know how to make it. Why I came here to come and ask. Definitely, I followed the rules and the regulations of Allah. I followed what Allah said in the Holy Quran. Definitely, Allah has mentioned everything in the Holy Quran. So, no, so now, so that is the response. Maulana Sheikh Al-Hadi Ibrahim Ayansari.
Last moment, we can't hear you again.
That's how I was. I'm sorry, it's just because of the network, sir. I'm back now, sir. So he now asked Maulana Sheikh Al-Hadi Ibrahim Ayansari Allah Ta'ala, and I want to ask you a question. Because they call you Sheikhul Islam. Before you can be bearing that name, definitely you. So there's a place you are which another person is not there. So definitely I wish to ask you a question. So the man asked Maulana Sheikh Al-Hadi Ibrahim Ayansari Allah Ta'ala. He said, "Ya Sheikh, among white man and black man, is there anyone that Allah's love most? Who are the person that Allah love most?" Maulana Sheikh Al-Fatabasham Sheikh and the Maulana Sheikh Al-Hadi Ibrahim laughed and he said, "Please go and bring one Quran for me." They brought the Quran. Maulana Sheikh Islam, so you'll be reading it. So they started reading. So Maulana asked them that when you are reading, what's the color of this Quran? They answered, white and black. Okay. So when you are reading, is it black you are reading or white? They answered, it is this black they are reading. Definitely, Allah love black man more than white. Just because we came directly from Sayyidina Adam alayhi salatu wassalam. When he refuses to abide the rules and regulation of Almighty Allah, Sayyidina Adam was a very, very light man already before when Allah created him. But when he disobeyed the rules and regulation of Allah, when the shaitan asked him to do what Allah said he and his wife shouldn't do. Don't near this shajaro, this crop, this fruits. So, but the shaitan, lanatullahi alayhi, when he finished everything he wants to do, that is how he used to do. When he directed you to anything, any other a very wrong place, and you go there as he directed you, definitely we now tell you that I fear God. I can never do church. And he was the one that directed you to that place. That is the reason why Mullah Sheikh Islam Hadi Muqaddam Muhammad al-Awwal said we should be in the refuge from the shaitan each and every day we wake up. Because in the shaitan lakum aduwan mubin. Because the shaitan, the devil, Allah is our enemy. That is a physical enemy. May say it or may not say it. So that is what Allah said. And Allah said in the Quran, La taqulanna li shay'in inni fa'ilun zalika gadan. Don't say we will do this thing tomorrow. Illa an yasha Allah. Except if Allah wishes to do so. Wish you to do something. That's it. So moving on to the next one. So Allah said, so when you know that since you've declared, it's been cleared already that the 4 months and the 10 days has been completed. So
Assalamu alaikum, Ustaz Mumin. We can't hear you. Ustaz Mumin network is caught. Inshallah. Now, maybe because of the network blockage, we'll be running today lecture. Okay, Ustaz Mumin is on. Mashallah, Alhamdulillah. Wa alaikum salam. Bismillah, Sheikh.
No, I'm very sorry, sir. So تذكرون ولكن لا تواعدون سرا إلا أن تقولوا قولا معروفا. So you cannot be in any marriage with them until you keep talking to them. قولا معروفا, a very good word. You just be teasing them. Just be gisting with them. This is what is good. This is what is bad. When you know something that is very okay, let them know, so they can be able to be assimilating. They can be able to forget what has been happened to them already, because it's not possible for you to have a husband like this and the person just died like that. It's before they can forget. It takes a very long time. So that is the reason why you have to be talking with them patiently, talking to them with love, with wisdom. So before you can go into any marriage, a relationship with them. So wala tazimun ukidatan nisa hatta yabluga kitabu ajalahu. And Allah came back again. Wala tazimun ukidatan nikah. You shouldn't do any nikah with them. Hatta yabluga kitabu ajalahu, until they reach the ordained the certain day it is being prescribed up there, which is 4 months and 10 days. That is what is called repetition. Allah just wants you to know that this thing is very important. You have to know that 12 months, that 4 months and 10 days is very important. You have to know it. So that repetition that they used to call it at tawqid. At tawqid, I want you to know that this thing is very important. You have to count that 4 months and 10 days before you can go into any relationship with them. وَاعْلَمُوا أَنَّ اللَّهَ يَعْلَمُ مَا فِي أَنفُسِكُمْ. Make sure you know that Almighty Allah knows what is in our hearts. What is there? This is how we are going to know. So let's take for instance, the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Inna fil jasadi mulghah." So there is one meat in our body like this. Small boy, big boy, woman, man, every one of us has it. These are salahat jasad kullu. When that thing is very okay, definitely all our body is very, very okay. So we don't have any sickness. There is no any problem for our body. We are very, very okay. Why is that that when that thing is not okay, it's very bad. So definitely definitely all our body is being spoiled. And the Prophet now said, Allah wayal qalb. So the thing I'm telling you this morning is that is what is art. When your art is very bad, definitely all your body is not okay anymore. When your art is very beautiful, it's very good, definitely your art, your body, all your body, the whole of your body is very, very okay. So that is the reason why we have to fear that Allah that created that art. Because all what we are doing now is coming from our hearts. Some people will be doing with this thing, let me do this, let me do that. This nurse, the arts, father used to do what is very bad. Maybe going now, you say, which kind of rubbish is this? Let me slap this man. Your mind will be telling you that. Let me go into that place. Let me go and destroy that place. Your mind will be telling them, when you see soldier, let me go and meet him. Let me go and meet this soldier and slap him like this. Beat you mercilessly. So that is what your heart will tell you. Alu tasawufi. What do you want to learn from there is that your heart thinking of what is not good is what is Allah. If you want to pray now, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. If you want to know, if you want to usul, our Ali usul, they want to usul, you want to know everything about Allah. What we are doing now, if you want to pray by saying Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, definitely you are praying. So when you want to know maybe you are still praying or not, it's when you refuse to put that Allahu Akbar. When you now refuse to put that Allahu Akbar, definitely you are just doing exercise. Because that Allahu Akbar make it an ibadah. That is the soul. You believe. Many people say if you want to pray now, it is not necessary for you to be now saying Allahumma inni nawaitu. But majority of it unanimously say that it's very important for you to do niyyah before you start praying. So, but most of them say you don't need to do niyyah. Since you know that you have your heart there with you, you want to go and pray now. Maybe you've not observed Zuhr, and this is actually already, and you enter mosque and you're praying. Your heart is telling you, your nurse will be telling you that this thing is one, this Zuhr I want to pray, not answering. So when you have that, definitely you have started doing something. So art is very good, it should be very, very pure in anything you are doing. So when your art is very good, definitely there won't be any problem. So well, so حتى يبلغ الكتاب أجله واعلم أن الله يعلم ما في أنفسكم وأذروه واعلموا أن الله غفور رحيم. So when you fall into this, maybe you don't know before, but you know you want to say that someone has done this thing that's very okay, let me do it. That is where you are going to be sanctioned by saying, I want to have money. So you want to do ritual just because you saw someone that did it and that person is very okay now. I'm just using this one as an instance. So that person is very okay. So then if you do it, there won't be any problem with you. That God is not like that. So you don't know anything, you refuse to ask for it. So you keep doing it. Definitely you'll be sanctioned for that. Come and see where Allah are so beautiful, are so generous to each and every one of us. By doing this thing now, you know that it's very bad, and you still keep doing it. And you now later say, Allah, I don't know before, but I want to repent. I don't want to do this thing again. No. Let me go and repent. And you say, Allah, I won't do this thing anymore. So Allah now said, well, Allah, go and know. It's very important. It's very, very important for you to know that our God that created everything. You have to know him that he, Annallah, definitely, verily, Allah, Inna Allah, Ghafurun Halimun, can forgive anything, forgive him. Yes, he's very generous to us. There's no any big sin, anything we've done, no matter how big that thing is. So far as we've made an apology and we apologize to him and we make a forgiveness from Almighty Allah, definitely will forgive us. In Allah, Ghafurun Halim, and it's very, 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 very patient. We just be looking at you. Let me see, maybe this one will leave this thing. Maybe he will desist from what he's doing. Maybe he will leave that bad act. That is Halim. That one is very different from Sobo. We will now be watching. Let me leave it. Let me give him a chance. Let me give her a chance. Maybe it's going to change. Maybe she's going to change. We'll now be looking at you. So definitely, if you change, we will now forgive you. Ghafurun will now enter. Allahu Akbar. When we now forgive you, definitely Rahim will now still enter. And let me be blessing him as if you have not done any wrong thing before. Allahu Akbar. That is Almighty Allah. May Almighty Allah keep being with us. We are just trying our best. Anything we say that is this one is very okay. Let's just put it to our Sayyidah, radiyallahu ta'ala anha. Let's be to keep forgiving each and every one of us. Thank Allah once again for making today possible as well. we keep praying for our mother because she is a mother. Wallahi, so there's difference between mother and mother. Mother and mother, there's difference between the two. Wallahi, we'll keep praying for you, man. Thank you for all you do. May Almighty Allah keep being with you and grant you all what you want, inshallah. And each and every one of us, our mothers in the house, our fathers in the house, every one of us. So may Almighty Allah be with each and every one of us. Al-Baraka Mulan Shawli Salhadi Muqaddam Muhammad Awad. To our stars, he is on his way to his house. He was coming from somewhere, so he has not reached. That is the reason why I came online today to just represents him because he knows everything and is very, very good in everything. Almighty Allah can be with him and guide each and every one of us. Al-Baraka Mulan Sayyidah Al-Zizi. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم فسبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين صلوا على النبي الكريم. يا السلام عليكم.
No. Shukran jazakallah khairan. Shukran jazakallah khairan. Bye everyone till tomorrow, inshallah.